What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin Ryder. I'm a commercial real estate broker in Lexington, Kentucky. I make content for closers, connectors, and creators. So thanks for tuning into the channel today. In today's video, I'll be sharing 6 surprises I've experienced on my journey as a commercial real estate broker. So if you're thinking about a career in commercial real estate, or you're a few years in and you're wondering what's coming down the road from me, my hope is this video will help you double down, which is exactly what happened to me as I experienced the surprises I'm going to share with you today. Now, personally, I pursued a career in commercial real estate for multiple reasons. Chiefly, the way of life and example I saw in my broker and best friend, Matt. Now, this could be a whole video in and of itself, but essentially it was the freedom, the autonomy, the generosity, and the skill applied to relationships that made me want to take a really hard look at commercial real estate and ultimately dive in. So those items were met and surpassed, and they were known to me. But the reason I'm making this video today is not about what I knew coming in, but what has surprised me as I've been digging into the industry as a commercial real estate broker. The reason I want to share what I didn't anticipate is because I believe these surprises will help people form goals, assess their current situation, and see if changes need to be made, and develop a vision for your first few years in what honestly can be a pretty cutthroat industry. Do me a favor, take a second now, subscribe to this channel, and drop a comment below. What has surprised you about a career in commercial real estate? Whether you're an investor, principal, or broker, whether you're thinking about getting into it, go ahead and share your thoughts. Number 1 is owning my own business. Now, why was owning my own business a surprise? You see, the correct question in getting into a career as a commercial real estate broker is not whether you want to sell or lease buildings. The proper question is, do you want to be your own boss? Do you want to be the CEO of a one-person business, which is how most people start out? Look, I was very surprised to find in starting my own endeavor that everything falls back on your shoulders. For example, marketing, sales, follow-up, budgeting, all those things ultimately fall back on the shoulders of the CEO of a company. And if there's only one person in the company, guess who's responsible? Now, owning your own business can be very rewarding, but ultimately delegation is extremely important, and I had no way of seeing how important it was until getting 5-6 years into the business. So surprise number 1 is you're not just a broker or negotiator or doer of deals, you are a CEO of a business. Number 2, I didn't expect to receive a first-class financial education that I can pass along to my family, for example, but that's exactly what has happened in studying and selling assets. Now, every single broker out there is watching a few principals or clients that they have, and they're noting things like why they're buying at certain times, or what they're buying, or how they're improving properties. All of this general motivation, and then all the way down into the spreadsheet level of exactly what's happening with the dollars and cents of a deal, provides for any broker a master's degree in commercial real estate. One of my most popular LinkedIn posts, which I'll link in the comments, mentions that I got a 4.0 in business school but never underwrote a single property. The comments in the post were filled with principals and brokers that were making sure to encourage all readers to understand the importance of self-education, especially when it comes to finance. But what's amazing is, and maybe some of you have had this experience, after just months in the business, you're steeped with knowledge like time value of money or cap rates, when and where to buy, and how to employ leverage. Surprise number 2 is the wonderful education you get as a broker will help and prepare you to invest for the long haul. Number 3 is the importance to understand that, like most things, commercial real estate is a team sport. It's a group activity. For me in particular, I've been wonderfully surprised by the close friendships and bonds that have come from working with my colleagues in the industry. Now, this is honestly my hope for every single person watching this video, that if you're just getting into the business or you want to, my hope is you can land in a place that will support your efforts as you grow and learn. This will allow you 5 or 6 years down the road, when you're no longer a newcomer and you've worked off some of those growth edges, to turn around and uphold that culture for other people. I knew that culture was important. I don't think I understood how important culture is for a high achiever. Regardless of the support given and the culture experienced, along with the daily struggle of recruiting, prospecting, finding, and closing deals, all that will combine to produce what I would call battle-ready friendships. And those are the best ones. Surprise number 3 is that without a doubt, people will come for the potential financial gain, but people stay for the team culture. Number 4 is how much you'll improve your standard of excellence, which will set you up for almost anything you do in life. Look, you have to know, if you're choosing commercial real estate, you're choosing an industry that has an extremely high bar with high-performing, intense people leading the charge. Instead of letting that intimidate you, allow it to drive you to further growth as a person. I'll mention just a few ways I've grown as a person and as a professional in the last few years. Communication, character growth. Remember, these are high stakes deals and you can only go as far as your integrity or the loyalty you create in people will carry you. So surprise number 4 is that you will be ultra impressed and maybe intimidated by the highest performers in the industry, but don't underestimate what 5 years of consistent efforts will do to raise your standard and raise you to the top along with those high performers as a contributor to the industry yourself. Number 5 is you will fall in love with your market or product type in ways that you couldn't imagine. If you have a distinct geography or region you work in, call it your town, or maybe a product type like industrial or multifamily. Now, I believe we as people thrive when we're embedded in our community. And one of the cool things about a career in commercial real estate is that you can actually go out and walk buildings and touch them, meet with the people that own them on site. That's why you'll see commercial real estate brokers online talking about things like the weather in Southern California, or their love for warehouses or apartments, or how retail complexes are set up in ways to attract customers. Ultimately, that passion for a specific place or a specific product will only drive more business, and that business will only drive more passion to that place or product. So number 5 is the benefits of going all in on a specific place or product. The 6th and final surprise I'm going to discuss today is the media opportunity that I've witnessed and am participating in the business. When I started, I had no idea that I would be able to build relationships in such powerful mediums, such as what you're watching now, my YouTube channel. Now, if you're passionate about technology, commercial real estate is a wonderful place for you. Now, social media is just one way, and I'll give you another example. We're only in the very early hours of understanding how AI is going to transform the way that we sell and lease commercial properties. So there's lots of technology. It can feel overwhelming. How should you think about all this? My personal prediction is that those that embrace technology and change while coupling that with the blocking and tackling of the business that for years has allowed people to be successful, they will give themselves a distinct edge moving forward. Number 6 is how hungry people are for content and excited to get into the industry and learn quickly. Personally, that's why I've decided to get serious about making content for commercial real estate professionals, i.e. closers, connectors, and creators like you. Well, there you have it, 6 surprises I've experienced in my commercial real estate journey. Would love to hear from you in the comments what you're experiencing. I hope one or all of these surprises are things you have experienced or will as your journey continues. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.